Hello and welcome, and we're out of here. That is Bangkok. We're taking our luggage up the escalator to the airport rail link and travelling down line to the main international airport at Suvarnabhumi. There the train drops us off on the ground floor and we go to the opposite end of that floor, and that's where the coach terminal is.
Come down that way from the airport and from the train. Level 1. That's your bus. Shuttle bus to Pattaya. Takes about 2 hours. Hua Hin, I think, about 3 hours. And you get out here with your baggage. And that's the bus.
Now in Hua Hin, the coach drops you off at the north end of the highway. It's at the beginning of Hua Hin. The main highway runs right through, and on a 6-mile stretch follows the beach, and you're never more than 350 metres away from the beach, unless there's an airport in the way. The digs are booked in Hua Hin, was the nearest digs to the bus terminal is the Season Palace Resort. The cost of 300 baht, £7 per night then, and it's still that same price now. It is one of only 3 hotels that are booked for the tour, and I only booked the one night, which is normal practice if I don't know what the place is like.
And it's just a cheap accommodation, but it looks comfortable. Flat screen TV and a small fridge, but it looks new.
I'd popped my head into the bathroom with my phone and just had a quick sweep around, and it seemed okay, but when the wife went in, closed the door behind her, there was black mould on the door. The tiles were missing on the shower end, and where they'd just been stuck to plywood, that was covered in black mould. So she was out of there, she wasn't going to use that room again.
In the balcony, which looks out on the swimming pool.
So after I had my refreshing dip in the pool, I went back to the room where the wife had just been playing on her phone, tip-tapping away, and saving all these pages of these reviews for the place that we were in. And it's quite fun reading through them, even now. People that's going there now, you see a string of top marks on the reviews, and you think, yeah, no, nothing's with top marks. And you see so many with just 1 point. On arriving, without a load of paperwork, the staff didn't seem to expect us, and none of them spoke English. One of my first visits back to the reception desk was with this image of the bathroom entrance, a rotten bit of wood with 2 rusty nails sticking up, and they didn't seem interested, not even the exchange of room. So I just ripped this up and took it down to them. But our main problem of the day was car hire. After coming back, spending hours searching for a car, it was great to jump in the pool. The pool was really nice, and I had it to myself. This is the breakfast buffet that you see on the website. The nice building at the end of the pool is a dining area. Looks very nice, except the tables and chairs are stacked in the corner, gathering dust and hasn't been used. Probably before COVID. But it could just do with some new owners and investment, and it's got to be better than the trenches. We refer to this place as Guest House Paradiso. It's a movie starring Rick Mail and Bill Nye.
Look, Mr. Twat, it's pronounced Thwait. Well, it's spelled twat. T-W-A-T. Twat!
Should you have a personal problem, I am, in fact, a qualified gynecologist.
Come on, we're on holiday! Hooray!
Well, we were wondering...
Good evening, Mr. Twat.
It's cant.
I feel rather...
And as we always say at the Guest House Paradiso, don't go in the water if you know what's good for you, and try not to get shit on the sheet.
When we booked the trip 3 months earlier, there was plenty of car hire available, and it was reasonably priced. However, I soon found out that one by one we rang these places up and they were fully booked. And although I had unlimited data on the phone calls were limited, and I used up all the credit ringing every single car hire place in Hua Hin. And on the last call to Avis, they had 2 cars left, and then the phone died and I had to borrow the phone from behind the reception desk to tell them to hold that car, which had then become one car, and then book a taxi to get along there to get it. Although Avis had bad reviews, we found them okay, and their price hadn't been jacked up like the other ones. So the conditions of the car hire was that we had to return the car to Hua Hin. It seemed like there was no cars available in Phuket, and the tourists in Phuket were travelling to other provinces and taking the cars on long hire back to Phuket. This also meant that we could not drive round to Pattaya and would have to come up with a new route to get there. As usual, when you hire a car, take a video completely around the car, photograph any major damage, and also point out to the person you're hiring the car from that it's marked on their sheets. Found the driving in Thailand really okay. Even when there was diversions or roadworks, you were diverted and you were still doing around 30-40 km an hour. And the only accident that we saw was this truck tipped over and it was full of fish. Now that we have the car, we'd have an early start and head for the Khao Sam Roi Yot National Park. This is located on the coast of Prachuap Khiri Khan Province, just south of Hua Hin. It is the first marine national park of Thailand. So if you're in the Hua Hin area, this main attraction, the Phraya Nakhon Cave, the Royal Pavilion, is a must. It's a Royal Pavilion named after King Rama V. So Khao Sam Roi Yot National Park in the Nakhon Cave and no drone flying. You can get a boat round because the cave is on the other side of here, and this is a 2-kilometre hike over one of the mountains and down. Or you can pay a 400 baht and have a boat take you around, but then you've sort of got another kilometre to walk to the cave. But we're going to go over the top, so we should get some good views. So it's a marine national park, the whole area, although there's some resorts on here. We have to keep going up to get over this mountain. The park covers around 98 square kilometres. Khao Sam Roi Yot means the mountain with 300 peaks and refers to a series of limestone hills along the Gulf of Thailand, the highest one at 605 metres. It's a height of 450 metres. Crazy paving. And I have some bad news regarding the Chatuchak Pet Market, so hang around until the end. The national park is the southernmost point of Hua Hin, and this is a Wow Khao Tian viewpoint at a height of 300 metres above sea level. The northwest corner of the mountain range, nearly freshwater marsh covering nearly 37% of the national park, which makes it the largest wetlands area in Thailand. If you're going to see the splendid water lilies and lotus lilies in flower, you need to be going in the summer. In the winter, they're just not there. That's where the boat will drop you off, safe walking over the mountain. From the Phraya Nakhon Cave, just 1 kilometre away, there is a resort. It's got a very good score, a good value for money, £25 per night. On the beach, you can get accommodation in the form of tents for 100 baht per head. For 1,000 baht, they've got hard standing wood cabins and they sleep 5 people. It's nice when you're in the sea, but on your feet, it's a lot of sharp coral and shells. That's one thing that's worth it. That yellow trail is the route that we take, and the sand extends 300 metres back into the forest as you climb the mountain. You need to climb 3/4 of the way up the mountain and then down into the sinkhole. So we've already came up 450 metres, and it's a lot more steps in the viewpoint, so there's a lot more to go. I mean, it looks great up there. Yeah, this is the entrance to the cave. There's a sinkhole. And the tunnel and the entrance there. That's more stairs. The 2 main stairs are better than these chunks of concrete you're climbing over. Limestone.
want me to go first?
One of the main attractions of the marine park is the Phraya Nakhon Cave with its iconic royal pavilion and huge chamber. Basically, it's a sinkhole. One of the things you expect to see is the dusky leaf monkeys. We never actually saw any. Didn't see any of the pirate monkeys either. But we did see plenty of lizards and butterflies. The Khao Cave and Khao Sam Roi Yot freshwater marsh. The park is also a nice destination for its rich wildlife and freshwater marsh and mangrove forests. Beautiful beaches, limestone islands, trails and viewpoints. It is easily accessible, only 60 kilometers south from Hua Hin and nearly 4 hours from Bangkok.
At the bottom, all I can think of is, where's the temple? You can see how the weather, the rain comes in and gets these plants established. Trees reaching up to the light. Well, it looks like another footpath that way, going through another cave system, so we'll keep on looking. It'll be so much easier to fly me drone in. So this is a promised waterfall. It's limestone cascade.
So King Rama V's Royal Pavilion is well known on sites like Instagram. So there's a trek involved in getting there. You can always take the taxi boat straight to the beach, and if you can't make it up the mountain, you just come back to the beach and enjoy the beach. But once you get there and you want to get that one important selfie, here's some tips. Take more than one bottle of water, portable shower machine, some fresh clothes and makeup. A lot of the religious sites like to give you a journey, maybe 100 steps or 1,000 steps. But this is rugged terrain and flip-flops are not recommended. Going down the mountain is much easier.
I'm a hot sweaty mess. Feels like a thunder river. My backpack's soaking. I've had 2 smoothies to cool down. It's well worth the trek up that mountain. And we're next we're going to go to a very popular beach.
We did not eat at the time we were at Hua Hin, so we had around 3 meals here. This is garlic seafood and shrimp and papaya salad.
This is a Prialum beach. Probably said that wrong. It's got 4.6 on the Google ratings. Nice beach, swings, a lot of seashells in amongst the sand. And the only way to get to it is by the boats. If you come to Nakhon Temple, that's where you should come. We climbed over the top of this one for the viewpoint. And actually the viewpoint of the temple, you can't see behind here, it's higher and it's a better viewpoint. So yeah, just get the bus. It's a bus boat, it's 100 baht. But a lot of tourists come just for the beach without going to the Nakhon Cave. And over there, that's what we had with with smoothies, so it's not air conditioned, it's got the fans, good selection of food, seafood, fresh, and it's not too bad a price.
It's day 5 and we've eventually made it to the beach.
You haven't fun yet? We're out again, getting fed and watered. How long's it been? 2 days. That's because you wouldn't go out last night.
It is listed on Google that it's wheelchair accessible. I think once you're out the car park and the restaurants and caps around the car park, it would be difficult. And I think the boardwalk and the mangrove forests, that could be okay. If you get around with a wheelchair or with a walking stick, the boardwalks around the marshes would be okay, but you would not be able to get the right pavilion. That is a climb over a mountain and down in the side of the mountain.
That's the way we walk, it's over along here.
Our next bed is 260 kilometres away, up in Chumpon, and it's a 4-hour drive. Now, as we're following a timeline, we're going to jump 12 days in the future, because that's when we've got to return the car to Hua Hin. It gives us a chance to find a decent bed in Hua Hin, and a chance to see the beach. We're about to be reminded that it's a marine national park, and I've never noticed seagulls in Thailand.
That's back the entrance in the car park. The car's parked behind the little businesses there.
What looks like a dirty beach, it's actually covered in baby crabs, millions of them. In fact, there are more crabs here than in Pattaya.
Make a path through the crabs. Look at them go. Beach is full. Must be hatching season. All I see turtles. I think I don't want to be in the water, I just want to be in the edges of the water. It's not full of blades around here. Lots and lots.
As part of the terms of hiring a car was it had to be returned to Hua Hin, and we could not take it into Phuket. The beach resort town of Hua Hin has an area of around 300 square miles. It is populated by 50,000 Thai people and 6 mile stretch along the beach, and it's referred to by the Thais as the Riviera of Thailand. Hua Hin was settled around 200 years ago by a group of farmers escaping a drought, and they referred to the name row of rocks on a white sand. The TH Beach Hotel has an excellent rating of 8.3. So we'll now look at the worst ratings, and if the worst ratings are still coming in very good, then yeah, we can pretty much believe that it's a decent place. The hotel is around 200 metres from the centre of Hua Hin. It's 280 metres from the beach, but it's a narrow beach. The image that they use on Agoda shows a wider beach which is 2 kilometres away. But it'd be a nice walk at low tide, come out the hotel, down to the beach, and just follow the beach along. This is just one hotel in the area. There's plenty of high-end ones. They even have villas with infinity pools near the seafront. Year by year, it attracts more tourists, and they get more work done on the beaches and promenades. And the central area is a place where most of the tourists like to go, where the beaches are wider and there's water sports.
It was 6 o'clock, we came along the main drag through Hua Hin about an hour ago, and it's the only time we've been slow and we've been stopped. Just a 1 kilometre stretch, just nothing was moving. Mainly due to traffic lights, 4-way traffic lights on the crossroads that links everything together. Not so bad now. This is a TH hotel in Hua Hin. room. Another big bed. Table, lamp, bedside table. Oh, just where you put your shoes. It's a big bathroom space, closed in shower. It was available on Google, booking.com and whatever. We just came here. I had a room spare, 850 baht a night. Hua Hin Beach. And the market village is round about here in over, about 3-4 kilometres down. And I can't believe it's high tide again, though it does look like the tide comes right up to here. Maybe as it is on the way out. It's just a damp stretch of sand at the moment. And we had a high tide at Chumpon. 10-11 o'clock today. This is 7 or 8 hours later. Still the Gulf of Thailand and a high tide. Well, it looks like quite shallow out with somebody 50 metres out standing there with a chest. Let's see what's like tomorrow morning. So the main road is at the top, turn down to the hotel, pull in on the left. And there's just lots of seafood places, even the pizza place, the massage places, the resort, like nightclub themes. It's just in this little one strip. Sunrise at Hua Hin. Sea's pretty calm. Zero beach. This is just starting to wake up. That's the main road that drags right through Hua Hin just here. This is the pool area, the TH Hotel in Hua Hin. There's a car park and there's only 3 cars in, although they only have 3 rooms left. Oh, the cars, there's more cars come back, so there's about 12 cars in and 4 or 5 bikes. But yeah, it's almost full. Well, there's 2 rooms left because we're in one of them. Well, it takes many hours to put this vlog together, really. And while I'm doing that, I listen to YouTube, usually the news channels, because that's in the background when I'm working. And one such vlog was one of Tim Newton's, where he was breaking the news of the fire at Chatuchak Pet Market.
Now, a really sad story overnight. Fire overwhelms Chatuchak Market's pet zone. This is from nation Thailand. More than 1,000 pets and ornamental fish were reportedly killed after fire broke out in the Chatuchak Market in Bangkok in the early hours of Tuesday. The fire ignited around about 4:30 a.m, burning all 118 stores in, it's called the Chatuchak Market's Pet Zone, been there many times. Animals affected by the fire included dogs, cats, rabbits, snakes, birds, Siamese fighting fish and chickens. No people were injured during the incident. Just some video there from the Bangkok Post. A pretty furious fire. More than 10 water trucks were deployed to the scene. Firefighters took about an hour to extinguish the flames. An investigation is underway to determine the cause of the fire. One vendor said the fire started in a dog shop where the owners normally left electric fans turned on all night to ensure the animals' comfort. The vendor believed thousands of animals had died in the fire, which spread through the market area.
So following the timeline in the series, the last 2 episodes would be on Chatuchak Pet Market, as we have to return to Bangkok to catch a plane back home. One would be on the ornamental fish, which are kept in immaculate conditions, and the other one would be the pet market, your normal dogs, cats and parrots, but also the more exotic animals. And every time I come, I see something different, and they're quite unusual and quite cute. I mean, popular ones when the bird flu kicked off a few years back was a drop off in parrots. So obviously you got the monkeys, you've got the ground squirrels, but you've got prairie dogs, and the latest one is a mini goat, and I think they're really cute. If I lived in Thailand, I could be tempted to buy one of them or 2.
Mini pygmy goats. Again, they're about the size of a small cat. They're not big. Do they bite? I don't know. They're not chances.
So I did spend a lot of hours going around the pet market. This is the indoor retail side, as well as videos and stills of the many nice animals that were there. The animals side do get a bad reputation, normally because they're sold outside on the pavements or in the car parks, but normally when in the shops the conditions are pretty good. So after being in contact with a few of my friends on Facebook, my estimates on the deaths will be 1,000 reptiles, mainly tortoises, around 1,000 animals, obviously your mammals, your dogs and your cats, thousands of birds, but the fish, although they do list the betta as being the ornamental fish that were destroyed, there's a lot more fish than just betta. There's your arowana, your discus, and you're looking at hundreds of thousands of fish. I will try and get as much information as I can, but in the past when they've had fires, they have rebuilt and started again. But of course this time they've had an economic crisis with the COVID and the lack of tourism, and they do depend on a lot of tourists but keep the market going, just with visitors and the spending power. And my worry is a lot of the very experienced fish breeders, they're in the 70s, and whether they'll have the strength to continue on. So if there's any good news to report, it's that no people were actually injured in the fire. And luckily that some of the vendors do sleep on the premises to take care of the animals. And it was those people that raised the alarm and got a fire brigade there within half an hour. So I will be doing a future vlog just on the fire and the damage it is, and if it's going to be rebuilt, and if the government or the landlords are going to have some insurance policy to support the shops rebuilding. Now, due to the economic climate, around 40% of the premises were vacant, as you can see by the walkthrough videos I've shot. But still, 118 shops destroyed is a lot, and not just pet shops. There's some good dry goods shops there as well, if you're going for food and equipment and transshipping offices.
Yeah, they've got a bit of air conditioning for them. Much better.